We're just about ready to get started. Got to write up the lists. That's the wrong fucking one. There it is. All right. We got one filled tonight on Facebook. I'm thinking about maybe doing a short break tomorrow. I'm not sure. I'll let you know. It's supposed to rain. Might try an afternoon break. Haven't done one of those in like a year or two. We'll see. All right, guys. This is a 2-box from Facebook. As soon as I get it written out, we'll grab a couple boxes and see what we got. I didn't fill any boxes since Saturday. So there must be roughly in the 95-ish range on this. Philly, Buffalo, Texas, number 8. If there's interest, we'll try a live fill. Probably just one. That's what we've been doing on Thursday, which last week was the first Thursday. I think at least for the summer, if we do Fridays, it'll be a short one. That way, I can do something with my wife. Hope everybody had a good weekend. Got the holiday in there. Oh, Scott had Washington. Yeah, I don't know if nobody gets like starts getting in on the Thursdays, we might have to switch it to a different day. But I think once everybody gets used to it, maybe it'll be a little better. Fridays we're getting kind of dry. I'm sure you guys have to do stuff with your wives and families also. Have to get to, I guess. Don't want to make it sound like a chore. Sure, we all enjoy doing stuff with our families. All right, we got 16 of them. I did label one wrong on here. Let me fix it on Facebook. Went fishing this evening. I had to write it up from the boat. And sometimes that doesn't work so well. I don't either. I kind of like it. I like being able to do something on Fridays. It makes my home life more peaceful. Before I started breaking, it was boxing. My wife said we organized our life around boxing matches on Saturday, and then I started breaking, and it was Friday and Saturday. Had a little girl on the 24th. Congratulations, Nathan. Man, that's a big hit there. That's better than a Brady Mahomes dual sign. A little girl. Huh. Nice. 2 and a 4-year-old. Eesh. My boys are 21 and 17. I remember when they were, 7 and 2 would have been about the same as what you got there. Work was nice back then. They were a handful and a half. I walked in my house one time when my boys were, the older one must have been about 13, maybe 14. So the younger one was 7 or 8. Man, they were they were yelling at each other, cussing. I was like, oh my God. I think they call it parenting. And the first time, I'll say it, I don't care. The first time you hear your younger son calling your older son a bitch for tattling on him, and then the older son apologizing for being a bitch, I tell you what, there's some things you're just not prepared to not laugh at. Yeah, I'm not built for it. My wife would have lit them up, tore them up, beat their butts. I laughed so hard I couldn't breathe. I don't think I parented that situation. Yeah. I don't know. They cracked me up. All right, guys, we'll draw our randoms. We got Al, Kansas City, Detroit, and the Jets, Rams, Cards, and Seahawks. Yeah, my wife says my biggest problem is I'm younger than them mentally, which could be true. Tim, Indy, Jacksonville. I know I'm mentally younger than the older one. Jacob, Dallas, Chargers. I think my older son was born more mature than me. Ron, San Francisco, Tampa Bay. Bill, Philly and Buffalo. Chicago, Cleveland. Jesse, Vegas, Minnesota. Vlad, Giants, Titans. Jason, New England, Baltimore. Scott, Washington, Atlanta. Tyler, Cincy, Pittsburgh. Dave, Miami and Houston, Carolina, New Orleans. And Bill, you closed us with Green Bay, and you get Denver. Okay, we got Al, Kansas City, Detroit, the Jets, Rams, Cardinals, and Seahawks. Tim, Indy, Jacksonville. Jacob, Dallas, and the Chargers. Ron, San Fran, Tampa Bay. Bill, Philly, Chicago, Buffalo, Cleveland. Jesse, Vegas, Miami. Vlad, Giants, Titans. Jason, New England, Baltimore. Scott, Washington, Atlanta. Tyler, Cincy, Pittsburgh. Dave, Miami, Carolina. Houston, and New Orleans. And Bill, Green Bay and Denver. All right, let's see if we can pull some monsters on the Thursday. What's that count at Nathan's now? Another. Panic attack. Dustin, I'm with you. We have 2, and man, I got all the respect in the world for people who could handle 3 or 4 or 5 or 6. My hair is falling out after the second one. Once we had the second one, it was apparent that we had enough. He was 2 handfuls. No girls though. I don't know how I'd handle having a daughter. That might be harder. All right, we're going with the number 9 tonight. 9. Try for another boy. That's it with boys. Man, it was like if everything else failed, I made them do push-ups. I coached all their sports. And I've never coached girls' sports before. I assume it's different. Somebody told me you couldn't yell at them like you do boys. I don't know if that's true or not. My boys, I was pretty lucky. All we needed to entertain them was a baseball. Still fresh. I'll tell you what, if you're a Bert Kreischer fan, you need to watch a few of his parenting clips. They are absolutely hilarious. 49 and 45 are our boxes. Let's see what we got. I see 45 and I see 49. Okay, we're good. Randomize that list 9 times. Tell you one thing I don't think I would ever win as a Father of the Year. I once, Bart Starr, I read a thing where Bart Starr came home and he screamed at his wife. He yelled at his kids, having a problem with everything. And he told one he was talking to his teammates, and he said, I was just, at a meeting and I had to do all this stuff. And they were like, what was the meeting for? Bart said it was to receive a Parent of the Year award. It was funny, but I don't know. Kids are worth having. Definitely worth having. I don't know if they're worth having 6 of them, though. My mother-in-law's family was like 12 or 13 kids. I just couldn't imagine that. All right, guys. We're going to start out with box 49. We'll probably try a live fill afterwards. I think we'll try a 1-box live fill. It'll be a pick 1, get 3. 8 spots. So we'll try that. It'll be a $40. Kids will test you. Kids will test you. I would show you my bald spots, but I had a pretty full head of hair before I had a second child. And my goatee was definitely not white. My beard is still pretty dark, but kids, man, they change you. I could see parents with PTSD. Oh my goodness. Definitely different times. Whew. Box 49 would be pretty cool to have your own football team. Imagine that. Have 11 kids, 5 of them about 300 pounds. A couple of them able to jump, one of them able to throw. That would be awesome. All right, guys. First box. It is Titans, Tennessee, Vlad on the STS. Both earpieces floating right in that bag. STS, Tennessee Titans. Schwartz authenticated. I'll tell you what, I need some of you Tennessee fans, if there's any of you Tennessee fans, to tell me who you'd like to see. Not much pillow talk. I agree, Roger. Gets easier as they get older. McNair, Duck. McNair would be awesome. But I got to be honest, if it was McNair, it'd be sitting up there by Tony Gwynn. I couldn't put McNair in there. I'd keep that bad boy. This one, STS. Schwartz authenticated. The earpieces are in the bag. And that is Hall of Fame 2019. Going to be Kevin Mawai. Kevin Mawai's a center, I think. Yeah, I think so too. But the Titans, they need more stars. I mean, you got Javon Curse, CJ2K, and they just, I don't know. Need some more. Nice hit, Vlad. Kevin Mawai. Warren Moon, of course. Testing your parents. I tested my parents. All right, guys, box 45. Started out with Tennessee Titan for Vlad. Let's see what we get in box 2. And then we'll try a pick 1, get 3. What is that? See the helmet, can't make out the name. New Orleans on the Eclipse. I've said it once, I've said it a million times. The Eclipse are actually my favorite specialty. Love the Eclipse. Can't remember who this is. Didn't write it down. JSA authenticated. Both earpieces. I can't remember who it is. I'll have to look it up. Gold ink. Kind of an odd signature. Jump right in with some guesses. If anybody knows who that is, shout it out. Don't hold back. Brian Breeze. That's it. That is it. Brian Breeze on the Saints. Going to Dave. Brian Breeze. Young guy, I believe. Trying to see the position. Defensive lineman. Yeah. First round pick. Nice hit. Dave got the young guy. Brian Breeze and Kevin Mawai so far. All right, guys, let me get this one typed in. It is Brian. It's spelled with a Y, not an I. I think there was a fellow that used to join the breaks. He's passed away now. Brian, I can't think of his last name. He used to always say the Y was spelled right. I don't think anybody agreed with him, but that's how his name was spelled. Ran into a wall head first. There it is. Pick 1, get 3, $40 a spot. We can get this one filled. Might do it for the evening. If there's interest, we might try a pick 1, get 1 to end it. We'll see how many of us we have. If anybody wants to buy, sell, or trade, just shout it out. Yeah, he passed away. Johnny Five. I saw it on Facebook. We were Facebook friends. I realized he hadn't been in a break in like a year, so I looked him up, and apparently he had an illness, and he didn't make it. He used to message me quite a bit. And he stopped doing that. It took me a while to check on him. I felt a little bit bad, but you know. Al, Kansas City. Vlad, Dallas. Nathan, Detroit. Duck, late on KC. Bill, late on KC. Tyler, Cincinnati. I think his last name was Kinney. Brian Kinney, maybe. That's what I'm thinking. Bill, Buffalo. Roger, Green Bay. That's spot 7. We got one more. Al late on Detroit. Bill, Philly. That fills it. We might try. Numbers getting up a little bit as we get later, so we might do one more. Pick one, get one. This one's a pick one, get 3 snake draft. As always, we'll start at 1, go to 8. Start at 8, go to 1. And then finish up with 1 to 8. Did you get under the line? Oh, yeah, you had me confused. Got the 23-letter rule. There you go. And again, if anybody wants to buy, sell, trade, don't hesitate. All right, Dustin. Denver. Rams. Al. KC. Vegas. Vlad. Dallas. The Jets. Nathan. Detroit. Chicago. Tyler. Cincy. Miami. Bill. Buffalo. Arizona. Roger. Green Bay. Carolina. Bill. Philly. San Francisco. Bill. Jacksonville. Roger. New Orleans. Bill. Pittsburgh. Tyler. Baltimore. Nathan. Houston. Vlad. Giants. Al. Atlanta. Dustin. Indy. Dustin. Tennessee. Al. Cleveland. Vlad. Washington. Nathan. Tampa Bay. Tyler. Chargers. Bill. Seattle. Roger. New England. And Bill. Finally. Minnesota. All right. If anybody wants to buy, sell, trade, shout it out. Dustin, you got Denver, the Rams, Indy, and Tennessee. Al, Kansas City, Vegas, Atlanta, Cleveland. Vlad, Dallas, Jets, Giants, and Commanders. Nathan, Detroit, Chicago, Houston, Tampa Bay. Tyler, Cincy, Miami, Baltimore, and the Chargers. Bill, Buffalo, Arizona, Pittsburgh, Seattle. Roger, Green Bay, Carolina, New Orleans, New England. And Bill, Philly, San Fran, Jacksonville, Minnesota. All right, guys, let's get us a box. We might try a pick one, get one. We have, like I said, there's a few more people came in as we get closer to 10. Let's see if we can fill one more. Next one will be the last one, if it fills. 3. I think our number was 9, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9. Box 7. It's there. Randomized 9 times. Box number 7. Let's see what we got. Box number 7. All right, guys, box 7. Here we go. Good luck. Baltimore. We haven't had Baltimore in forever, it feels like. Tyler had Baltimore. It's our first Baltimore helmet in a while. Hiding. Hip rate text somehow in the helmet with a JSA sticker. JSA authenticated. Both earpieces are in. And there it is. Gold ink on the Baltimore Classic Speed. Going to Tyler. I believe that's Zay Flowers, isn't it? Looks like Zay Flowers to me. Nice. The wide receiver, Zay Flowers. Nice hit, Tyler. Baltimore comes out. It took forever to complete all 32 teams. That's a lot of helmets. Boom. Start that list over. See if it goes quicker the next time. All right, guys, we're going to try one more. Let me get it typed in. It'll be a pick one, get one. One box. Shit. Oh, hold on, guys. Hold on. Wasn't me. Hold on just a second. I'm going to wait. There it is. All right, let's see what we got. We got Vlad, San Francisco. Dustin, Denver. Al, Kansas City. Nathan, Detroit. I saw an interesting Instagram video today. See if anybody can get this without Googling it. Can anybody tell me? It took me about quite a while to figure it out. I had to go through all the teams. The only team in the last 50 years not to draft a quarterback in the first round. That might have got broken this year, but I can't remember. Thought it was really interesting. Let's see, Al, Kansas City. Nathan, Detroit. Scott laid on Detroit. Bill laid on Kansas City and Detroit. Duck laid on Kansas City. Tyler, Cincy. There's one team that went like 50 years without drafting a quarterback in the first round. Al, the Jets. Bill, Buffalo. Al laid on Buffalo. Duck, Indy. Bill, Philly. Roger, Green Bay. Scott, Washington. Vlad, I think I got you with San Fran. Al, Minnesota and Miami. Duck, laid on Detroit. Al, Dallas, spot 14. Duck, Pittsburgh. Duck, Pittsburgh. And Scott, the Chargers to close. Yeah, one team before this year's draft had not taken a quarterback for 50 years. I I went alphabetical through the teams, and I figured it out. It is, a little drum roll, if I knew how to drum, the Saints. Can you believe that? The Saints went 50 years, which should be right around the time they started. I guess Archie Manning, maybe they drafted him first round, might have been their only first round quarterback. Freaking crazy. No wonder they sucked for so long. All right, guys, let's grab our randoms. We got Vlad, San Francisco, Vegas, Dustin, Denver, Atlanta, Al, Kansas City, Jacksonville, Nathan, Detroit, Houston. Who did New Orleans draft in the first round this year? I don't remember. Tyler, Cincy, Carolina. Al, the Jets, Patriots. Yeah, they were good with Breeze, but man, they were really bad for a really long time. The Aints, everybody wearing bags over their heads. Bill, Buffalo, Chicago. Duck, Indy, Cleveland. And Breeze was a free agent for him. Bill, Philly, Tampa Bay. Tyler Show. That's what I thought. It was the Saints. Before this year, they had not picked a quarterback, like other than I think Archie Manning was the only first-round quarterback they drafted. Roger, Green Bay, New Orleans. Scott, Washington, the Giants. Al, Minnesota and Miami. Grab 2. Seattle and Tennessee. That is crazy to think a team could go that many could go 50 years. You'd think they picked every position in the first round. Al, Dallas, the Rams. I'm trying to think of a position Pittsburgh hasn't picked in the last 50 years in the first round. Duck, Pittsburgh, Arizona. And Scott, the Chargers, the Ravens. And Johnny 5 says he'll buy a random. All right, we got Vlad, San Fran, and Vegas, Dustin, Denver, Atlanta, Al, KC, Jacksonville, Nathan, Detroit, Houston, Tyler, Cincy, Carolina, Al, Jets, Patriots, Bill, Buffalo, Chicago, Duck, Indy, Cleveland, Bill, Philly, Tampa Bay, Roger, Green Bay, New Orleans, Scott, Washington and the Giants, Al, Minnesota, Miami, Seattle, Tennessee, Dallas and the Rams, and Duck, Pittsburgh, Arizona. Scott closes with the Chargers and got the Ravens. And Vlad says he'll sell you Vegas. And Johnny 5 will take Vegas. Got it. My wife and I started watching The Pit on HBO Max. It's a hospital show. Noah Wiley in it. Guy from ER. Good show. Worth a watch. Funnier than ER. She loves those type of shows. Four. 5. 6. 7. Yep, last one. This is the last one for sure. 8. And 9. We got box 16. Is it? Oh, 16's there. Randomize that list 9 times. Box 16. I'll finish it with 16. Weight feels weird on this one. Not authentic heavy, but heavier than normal. 16 for Jim Plunkett, he says. That'd be kind of crazy. All right, guys. Good luck. Here we go. Not a Plunkett. Not a Plunkett. Saw the color. It's a VSR. Going to Roger. I think Roger's a Packer fan, and I think he will appreciate this. I think you're going to like this one. JSA authenticated. Obviously a VSR4 rep. That's a Lombardi Packer. Paul Hornung. Buy one of these every time I see it. Paul Hornung is amazing. The Hall of Famer. The Heisman winner. What did he score? 80 points or something one year. The kicker, the running back. What could Paul Hornung, what was he not good at? Nice hit, Roger. Paul Hornung on the VSR4. That gives us 4 for tonight. We had Brian Breeze, Kevin Mawai, Zay Flowers, and Paul Hornung. All right, guys, I appreciate the fill. Thursday's getting better. Hopefully we remember it. I almost forgot it today. All right, everybody have a great Friday. Do something fun. It's supposed to rain here. Hopefully you'll have dry weather. Maybe go fishing, catch a fish, get a hit there. Yeah, good night, Roger. And I will see you all next time.